Okay, if there's one thing that you need to know about me to understand this story, it's that I am and close your ears if you're offended by profanity, I'm a fuck up. If there's a mistake to be made, I will make it. If there's a wrong way to turn, I'm gonna turn that way. However, I was raised by a woman, my mom, obviously, not a fuck up. Kind of the opposite, actually. The lore is that she never even had like a runny nose when she was a baby. Like she's just like a perfect angel, and nothing gets to her. She does the right thing. She's super ethical. So as you can imagine, I put my mom through hell for a very long time. I think. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. And it's really weird because I can't see you, but. But my mom and I, for all the ways that we butted heads, and I think, for all the pain I put her through, we definitely always loved each other. But I did put her through a lot of pain. I made her worry about me when I would disappear for a few days and she didn't really know where I was. I would make her scared to be around me because I was in a bad mood and everyone needed to know about it. I would drop out of college 5 times and lie to her every single time, only for her to find out later. All of the things. Again, if there was a way to cause her pain, I did it. So another thing you need to know about my mom, she's like the most loving and forgiving person. And she also never, ever gets sick, again, because she's perfect. A few years ago, I'm not really a fuck up anymore, by the way. Like I've fixed myself. I'm a little bit of a fuck up, I guess. A few years ago, my mom and I were talking on the phone, and she was telling me about this. So I guess she had eaten pizza the night before, and she was like, "I think I have like a red pepper flake stuck under my tongue." And I was like, "Oh man, like that sucks. That sounds awful." Didn't really think anything of it. She didn't think anything of it. But she had this tingling feeling under her tongue that went on for a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months. And finally she went to the doctor. She went to several doctors, several dentists, all these men of science who were perfectly fine with the answer of like, "Oh, we don't know why you feel that way." And she, being like a trusting person, doesn't like want to argue or rock the boat, was just like, "Oh, okay, well, they're the doctors, they know what's best." Eventually she found, I think it was a dentist actually, she went to the right dentist, and they told her that she had a rare cancer with like no genetic markers or behavioral causes. So this woman who like never smoked, didn't drink a lot, was like very like just really lived right, had this weird oral cancer called adenoid cystic carcinoma. I will never forget those words. And we found out that, she found out and then she told us. She found out that the only way, so it had been a while, so it had spread. So she had to get this crazy surgery, this insane surgery where actually it is kind of superhuman, and I didn't even think of that. That wasn't even my angle. But they had to take a bone out of her leg to make her a new jaw. And they had to cut most of her tongue out, and she lost most of her teeth. Now, so she's telling us that she has to have this surgery. And I'm like, "Oh my God," "Oh my God, Mom, you can't, we can't do that. We're not going to get through that." I make it all about me at first. But she's not shaken, ever the optimist. She She forges on. But anyway, so she gets this crazy surgery, and as you can imagine, she was in the hospital for like several weeks, I think. Several weeks she was in the hospital, and because it was her jaw, they couldn't really like brush her hair, like she had to keep her head still. So her hair got really matted. And I was at the hospital one day visiting her. I would like hang out with her most of the days that she was in there. And I was like, do you want me to brush your hair? And she was like, well, she couldn't talk, but she was like, yeah. And so I went to the drugstore that happened to be across the street from the hospital in Newark, New Jersey. And I cross the street and I buy this like crazy detangler and a brush. And I spend, it had to have been like 2 hours. I spend like 2 hours just really slowly and gently brushing my mom's hair. And it's so cheesy, but it is true. It is true how I remember it. In that moment, as I was like getting these knots out of her hair and trying so hard not to hurt her, I realized that I've always known that like I'm only human. Sometimes I feel like less than a human, but like she's only human too. And this person that I thought was like so perfect and so wonderful that I couldn't possibly hurt her. I think that's what I always thought. Like I couldn't possibly hurt her. She's like stronger than that. Like I realized that she is only human too. And I got to finally be like tender and gentle with her in a way that I had never been before. And now it's a really beautiful memory that we both have, and I'm just so grateful that I got to have it. So yeah, I don't know. Bye. It's over. I'm done telling the story.